Hey guys, welcome. We are going to touch on chapter 1 so then that way I can make sure that you guys are getting all the information correctly. Okay, so first in chapter 1 we have formal versus informal. Okay, so what happens is in the Spanish language, you have one of two ways of speaking, formal or informal, depending on who you're talking to. If you're talking to the president of the college, you're going to be formal. If you're talking to your friend or someone, it all depends on rank. So really someone that's like a child, because you're older than a child, we're going to stick with older than a child. So I'm going to write child. And here, if you're talking to the president of the college. So the way this works is you have on your Connect, the book, there's a list of things that you would use to speak formally or speak informally. Now, whenever you ask someone, ¿Cómo está? That's formal. ¿Cómo estás? That's informal. Okay? That S and the way it ends is what makes it formal or informal. So now you also can have ¿Cómo se llama? What is your name? ¿Cómo te llamas? That S that's ending makes it formal or informal, and se or te makes it formal or informal. So now there are key words. So for example, you can have there are key words, so you can have like ¿Cómo estás? Is key. Está is key. Se llama, te llamas. ¿De dónde es? ¿De dónde es? ¿De dónde eres? Eres is informal. Es is formal. So then these are the key words that you're going to be looking for. And then whenever you answer any of these questions, your answer, because you're talking about yourself, so it would be yo estoy bien. That could be formal or informal. It doesn't matter who you're talking to. Whenever you're talking about yourself, it's still going to be the same, whether it's a formal situation or an informal situation. ¿Cómo se llama? You would say me llamo. And then my name is Suhe. Me llamo Suhe. ¿De dónde es? Soy de México. Okay? So this is the way you would answer. This is the first section of chapter 1. And if you need to pause it, rewind it, and all that good stuff. Okay, so moving on to the next section, it talks about expressions. It talks about the alphabet. So the big thing is that you have your vowels. A, E, I, O, U. Make sure that you're pronouncing those correctly. So it tells you how each word in the alphabet is pronounced. So what I would suggest is to go through each word, each letter, and make sure you know how to pronounce it. So for example, you have B. The word is B, the letter is B. Then you would have ba, be, bi, bo, bu. Okay? You have the letter C. Now, C, when it's in front of an A, O, or U, it's pronounced like K, like the English K. When it's in front of the E or an I, it's pronounced like an S. So it would be Ka, Se, Si, Go, Ku. And here. Okay? So then you go on to De. Da, De, Di, Do, Du. And you keep going. So I'm not going to go through each one. I'm going to only go through the trickier ones. So for example, you have He. He. When it's in front of the E or an I, it's like the English H. And when it's in front of an A, O, or U, it's G. So it's Ga, He, He, Go, Gu. Like the English H. Okay? And then, let's see. The H is silent. J is pretty simple. K is simple. L is simple. M, N, Ñ. Okay. Ña. Oh, yeah. Ña, Ñe, Ñi, Ño, Ñu. And all of these could be heard on your book, so you don't have to focus too much on what I'm saying. You can also find these in your book and the pronunciations too. Okay. And remember that you have to learn how to roll your R's. Okay, and then okay, the letter Q. Q only appears in QUE and QUI. So that is que, ki. Que, ki. Okay, and then S, T, V, W. The W is like in English. So it would be wa, we, we, wo, woo. Okay? And then X, when it's in the beginning of a word, it sounds like a J. And when it's in the middle, it sounds like the X in English, except for in Mexico. It's just the exception. And then Y and Z. So make sure that you practice those. And we'll pause right here and then go to the next video.